to meet the committee again. It is a source of deep disappointment that this meeting takes place on a day when yet again members of the public face disruption and delay to their travel plans. Last year, the taxpayer provided Bus Éireann with roughly €230 million across the PSO, schools transport, free travel and capital expenditure programmes. That is a significant amount of money. In the last 2 weeks, we have seen public statements by management and unions in Bus Éireann acknowledging inefficiencies exist within the company. Let me be clear. I want to see a successful and thriving Bus Éireann, a Bus Éireann that continues to be at the heart of public transport provision in rural Ireland and regional cities. I'm actively working to achieve that. That is why I've made more money available to support the delivery of PSO services. That's why I've instructed my department to work with their colleagues in the Department of Social Protection to examine the funding of the free travel scheme. That's why I've committed toward further increases in PSO funding as resources allow. I'm playing my part in supporting Bus Éireann, but we need to see management and unions agree a deal that is fair and acceptable to both sides. That means them agreeing a deal that safeguards the company's future for all those who rely upon it, whether as a means of transport or a means of living. I can't agree that deal, nor can this committee. Only the management and unions can, as that deal will resolve those issues internal to the company and which those of us on the outside have no business in dictating. It can be done. I know that. And this committee knows that. Deep down, both management and unions know that too. It will require difficult discussions. It will need flexibility and compromise. It will likely call for imagination, but it can be done. I know that there are many with concerns about policy. There are many who expect me to say that the regime for commercial licensing is somehow flawed, even though public transport numbers have increased and connectivity is being enhanced. Let me be absolutely clear. I'm not going to shy away from examining our policy and laws to ensure they are doing the job we expect them to. As members of the committee will know, because many of them will have received it, there is a report from the NTA on the legal technicalities of the bus licensing system. They've identified amendments that could be made to improve the system as it currently stands. My department is reviewing that report, and I will consider my department's review and bring forward what amendments I think necessary to improve the bus licensing system. The committee has received a confidential copy of that report, and I've offered a briefing to committee members on the report if they wish. I would hope that the committee would be able to make an informed and detailed submission to me on what they think could be improved and about the current licensing system. I should add that as regards the NTA's route licensing system, the NTA already considers issues such as rural isolation and sustainable competition when considering applications from operators. I'm committed, as the committee knows, toward a review of public transport policy which will allow for an in-depth consideration of all relevant issues facing our transport future. Again, I would like to think that this committee would be able to make an informed and detailed submission on that policy review when the consultation period starts. I can also assure you that I am prepared to meet interested parties, which of course includes the trades unions, about public transport policy issues that are of concern. However, any such discussions, in whatever form they take, cannot take place during an industrial relations dispute or when a strike is being threatened. I will always welcome contributions from those who wish to influence public transport policy in a positive and informed and constructive manner. I want to see this crisis resolved There are those on the committee and elsewhere who believe that a ministerial magic wand can resolve an industrial relations dispute. I've willingly intervened in those areas that are appropriate for me to intervene in. I've made additional money available for PSO services. I've instructed officials to examine the free travel scheme funding. I've worked with the NTA in assuring rural island transport connectivity will be maintained if commercial services are altered. But I will not be dictating to management and unions about their internal issues.